Okay, fine. If there's no question, fine. You can ask me the questions online. And around the question which you have asked, I will discuss that. Okay. Just
Yeah.
give me a moment. Yeah, sure. Then, so till now we have discussed that if you have file format, how to do the file format validation. If you have received the file, then how you can do the rows count validation. And we have seen the different scenarios that if this issues comes into the picture, then how you have to handle it. What are the next step you have to follow? Okay. The next is completion of file download. Okay, let's discuss this. What is this all about? See, we are discussing about the multiple files, what we are getting from multiple sources. Like here we have sources. Where is this? I think this is the one. Yeah, here we have sources like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. Okay, so they all are sending files. But you know what happened in uh, real-time project? If you are working or when you will start working, so what will happen? Suppose you will be having an agreement with the source team that okay, fine, I'll be sending on this particular path. So suppose this is the path, original source file. This is the one. No, not this one. Just a minute. It will Jan batch. Yeah. So suppose if this is the path which has been agreed, okay, that okay, the source team will be sending data on this particular path, okay, because this also has to be agreed with the source team. And generally they used to don't think that they will send over email, WhatsApp, and all those things. Okay, in real-time project, they will push the file on a particular server. They will send the file on a particular server or path. Okay, so suppose this is the path on which it has been discussed or agreed that you will be getting the what I can say, the files on which you will be getting the files. Okay, so okay, till now is it clear or not? You understood what I'm telling? So this is the server path where it has been agreed with the source team that okay, you have to send the data or the source file on this particular server on a daily basis. Okay, now sometime what happens, you can say this file is of how much KB? 0 KB. Okay, so it means this file is not having any data at all, right? But you know, sometime what happened, the file is having data. This file will be having data. Okay, but the file is still downloading, or the file has not downloaded completely. Okay, and that's why it is showing 0 KB. Maybe if you have observed this or not, sometime when you are downloading a particular file from net, okay, so what will happen? So if the download is still in progress, that will show you 0 KB data. uh, have you experienced that anyone? Okay, no one has experienced. So but that happens if any particular file is downloading. So if the download is in progress, so sometime it will show you that the file size is still 0 KB. So from this point, what I am highlighting, what you have to check is if you're getting a file. Okay, so first of all, you have to confirm that the file has been downloaded completely or not. Okay, what you have to confirm, that file has been downloaded completely or not. Okay, so here and sometime what happens, so suppose it is 7/7 now. Okay, and you are under the impression that by 7 the files will be downloaded completely, and at 7 you have run the job. What are the jobs? What are the function of jobs? Who will tell me? Jobs, they are used to load data. I have discussed this yesterday as well. Okay, if you remember, guys, you can see in this slide I have shown you that this is data loaders. Okay, data loaders means they are nothing but the jobs. What they will do, they will extract the data from these sources or source files. I'm repeating, The data what the source team is sending, it is not necessary that it will be always in source file. Sometimes it can mean some other server. Sometimes it can mean some other database, like they are sending data in Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, so don't think. So most of the students, they will think that okay, the source team will send data in files format only, like .csv, .txt, .dat, and XLSM or whatever it may be. No, they have all the freedom. They can send you data in any format. Okay, this is a very good interview question. Okay, so after you have received the data from source team, what you will do? You will load data, right? You will load those data in a database. Okay, this is what, like I'm loading data in this table or database. So to load data, you must be having some mechanism, right? Must be having some mechanism, some code you have to write. So this data loader is nothing but this is a job, okay, or it is a small piece of code, small or large, it's a piece of code written in PL SQL Python language, okay, and that will extract the data from this and it will load data here. It will load data here. Okay, I will show you this example. Is my voice audible, guys? Can anyone confirm, please?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, okay, you can
Yes,
hear.
sir.
Yes.
So far what I have told, is it clear? Able to correlate? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So what is the function of data loaders? Why if you guys are not responding, I will not understand that whether you are understanding or not. I have to repeat the same thing again and again. Anyone, what is the function of data loader? Okay, you have not understood.
Load the data.
It loads the data from the data sources to the database. Okay, let me show you one example. Okay, just this having data. Okay, data is just a minute. I will show you one example. Okay, the query what you are seeing at my screen is SQL queries. Okay, very basic SQL queries these are, and the platform on which I am running this queries is Microsoft SQL Server. If you want to install, I will tell you the steps how you can install that. Okay, so but whatever it may be, don't bother about the platform and all those things. Okay, just I'm showing you how you can load data. Okay, see, I have created a table. This is the table name. Okay, sorry, those who are not speaking, please go on mute. Okay, so I have created a table. So this is the table shoppers underscore Mumba. Okay, and this is the staging layer, and this is the schema DBO. So in this is staging layer, and this is schema DBO, I have created this table shoppers underscore Mumba. Okay, and if you're writing select a star from, so whenever you want to see what all data is present in a table, so this is a small piece of code you have to write select a star from. Okay, so if I will execute this, you can see there is no data in this particular table shoppers underscore Mumba. There is no data. Okay, but what I am doing here is in this file shoppers underscore daily. Okay, I have some data. Where is that? Shoppers underscore daily. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, in this file you can see I have this data. 10 September 2022, sales is 200, tax is 20, cost is 150, right? Suppose a particular source team, maybe the daily source team has sent this data. Okay, after they have sent this data, I will do some validations, right? We have discussed the count validation, header validation, trailer validation, record validation, mandatory validations, variance checks, right? So after that, if everything looks good, then we will load this data. So how to load this data? I was discussing about this data loader. So what this data loader will do is it will extract the data from this data sources and it will load this in a database. So how that is happening, I will show you. So this is a small piece of code I have written. Don't bother about this code, what this code is doing. Okay, we'll discuss all these things about that. Just this is a small piece of code. When I will run this code, no, so you will see automatically the data will be loaded in this table. Okay. In this piece of code, I am telling that I have a file which is placed at this particular location, E drive, ETL training folder, ETL Jan batch, source file. There's a file shoppers underscore daily.csv. I mentioned that this path is there. In this path, you have this file. Please extract the data from this file and load that in this table. See, I have written insert. Insert means load into this particular table. Okay. Someone, okay. So then let me run this. If I will run this, this is running, cannot load because the file could not be opened. Why? Okay, because the file is open here. That's why I have to close this file. Whenever you want to load a file, make sure that file is closed. Let me run it again. One row affected. It means the one row has been fetched from that file. If you guys have noticed, one record was present in that file. Okay, so one row affected. Now, if you want to check that whether data has been loaded or not, then you can run this query again. I'm repeating, this query will give you that how many records are present in this particular table. Okay, let me execute it. Now you can see data is present. Okay, so you can see this, you can tell that, okay, this is a job. Okay, or this is a data loader. Understood little bit what is a data loader? That's what I told you. Data loader is a piece of code that will extract data from sources and it will load in a particular table. Any question on this, guys? No questions. Guys, please be interactive, ask questions, reply to my questions. Because if you're not replying, I will not be able to understand you are getting the concepts or not. And believe me, many of the concepts I will not be able to deliver, to be frank. Okay, that's why I ask questions, make the session interactive. Okay. So this is the about completion of file download. So you have to confirm that before running the job to load data, the file must be downloaded completely. As for example, I'm showing here, this is a file, new text document, the size is 0 KB. So maybe this file has not been downloaded completely. Okay, and you are running the job to load data. So what will happen in this case? The file has not been downloaded completely and you have run the job to load data. So what will happen? Very simple question. Common sense. Apply your common sense and tell me.
There will be no data in the destination.
Perfect. Very simple. No records or no data will be loaded into the destination table because in the file, no data is there. That's all, right? Now, whose mistake is this? It's a mistake of source team or it is your mistake?
It seems to be our mistake because we did not wait for the entire file to be downloaded, for it to download.
Correct. See, actually, this is neither our mistake nor the mistake of the source team, but this was something like network issue, right? And you cannot blame that, okay, this was a network problem. But overall, if you will see, so this is a mistake from our end because we have to take care of these all things as well. That if network issue is there, if the file has not been downloaded, then what should be our next action plan? Or you should add a mechanism that once the file has been downloaded completely, then only you should run the job to load the data. Okay, that is what these are rarest scenario, I do understand. Okay, but this has happened. You see all these points what we have mentioned, no? This is based on the multiple projects and the multiple scenarios what we have observed. Okay, so that's why you should take, and in the interviews or the live project, you never know what kind of scenario can happen. So guys, you should know all these things. You should never restrict that, okay, in my project this will not happen, but you never know in the next organization wherever you are going what kind of ETL project you'll be working. That's why you should know each and everything. Okay, so hope this is clear. Completion of file download. So here you have to assure that once the file has been downloaded completely, then only you should run the job. Is that clear? Any question on this? No questions. Okay. So if this is clear, then we are moving to a totally different concept now. So this three concepts, or I can tell you, three concepts are very important and very as interviewers they used to ask questions from this: full load, truncate load, incremental load. Okay, try to understand this before proceeding. Any question on any of the topics what we have discussed so far? Completion of file download, variance check, header trailer, rows count, file format. No. Okay. What is full load validation? Let's try to understand this, and then we'll move to the incremental load validation. Okay. Let me take the example of this file only. So right now you have seen that we are having this shoppers daily file, right? And from this file we have extracted data, and I have shown you the data was loaded into this particular table. Okay, hope that was clear to you. Now, suppose this whole project started on 10th of September. Okay, fine. Take the example of 10th September 2022. I have taken a future date. Okay, let it be. Okay, not an issue. 10th September 2022. These all things have started. Okay. So then 2022 September 11. You'll be expecting data on September 11th as well, because you want the data on a daily basis, correct? Now, this is one scenario, okay, and this is second scenario. Guys, those not speaking, please go on mute. Okay, these are the two scenarios. This is one scenario. This is scenario one. Okay, I will write here. This is scenario one, and this is scenario two. Okay. On 10th of September, please listen carefully. Okay, on 10th of September, you have received this particular record. Okay, the sales is 200, tax is 20, cost is 150. Maybe sales is 150. Let me change the rate. 30 and cost is 120. Okay, this is one file format, and this is another file format. Okay, what is the difference between these two scenarios? Who will tell me?
Did
Yeah, what is the difference?
did
Date, yeah. So in scenario one, you can see on 10th of September, we have received this data: sales 200, tax 20, cost 150, right? But on the next day, that is 11th of September, these all were the transactions: sales 150, tax is 30, cost is 120. So in the first, those not speaking, please go on mute. We're facing some problem. Noise is coming. Okay, so here you can see what is happening. In the first scenario, you can see on the second day, that is on 11th of September, these all transactions has happened. Okay, but manager, what he has done is on 2nd September, he has sent me the data of 10th September as well, right? This is first scenario. But on second scenario is on 11th September, he has sent me the data of 11th September only. Okay, because he was thinking that already I have sent the data of 10th September that has been loaded in this table, so why I should send the data of 10th September again? That's of no use, right? So which one is better? Which one do you think is better? Should he send me the data of the previous days as well, or should he send me the data of that current date only?
second scenario?
Second
Current
scenario,
date.
current date only. Okay,
Yes,
okay, fine. Then take a third scenario. 12 September. Okay, and they have some transaction 130, 40, 120. Okay, this is again on 12 September. What he has done, he has sent me the data of 10th, 11th, and 12th. All the data he has given. But one different manager, he is a smart guy. He thought that okay, already 10th, 11th I have sent, so why I should send all those things? Let's send the data of this only. Okay, So now which one is better, first one or second one? Guys, which one is better, first one or second one?
Second one.
Second one is
Second
better.
one.
How, why, what is the reason that you are telling second one is better? You are correct, although you are correct.
Because
Hmm.
yes, because every time we have not loaded the whole data. Whole data, which one is updated, that's what data I have to load.
Okay, okay, you are correct. That already we have loaded the data of 10 September, 11 September. Then why you are sending the data of the same dates again, right? That's the reason you have mentioned that first. Second one is better, that send me the data of 12 September only, right? Okay. We will discuss which one is better and which one is not better. Okay, because they both have their own pros and cons. Okay, they both have their own merits and demerits, advantage or disadvantage. We'll discuss all those things. Okay, but if a particular manager is sending the data of each and every day on a daily basis, suppose 13 September. Okay, so he is sending me data of the previous days as well. Okay, and this particular manager, he will think that okay, already 12 September data I have sent, so let's send the data of 13 September. Okay. So actually these two are two approaches of sending data. We will discuss which one is better, which one is not better. That's a different topic. We will discuss all those things. Okay, but before that, try to understand what these approaches are known as. Okay, in ETL project. Here it is, he is sending all the data on a daily basis, right? So this is known as full load, or it is known as full load, because as from the name only you can understand he is sending the data, full data on a daily basis. Okay, and this one is known as, can you guess what is the name of this load? Anyone?
Incremental load or delta load.
Very good, very good. Incremental load, or it is also known as delta load. If you start working in any ETL project now, so this is a very common term you will hear here and there. Okay, this is known as incremental load or delta load. Okay, this is known as full load. Okay, so first of all, you guys understood this full load and incremental load or delta load or not? First of all, tell me this. Any question on this one? No, not understood. Shall I repeat? Okay, I will repeat this. See, what is happening here is, suppose I have had two manager 1 and manager 2. Okay, let me delete this entire thing from scratch once again. See, I have hired two managers. Okay, so I'm showing you the example. Okay, on 10th of September, the manager 1 has sent me this data. Okay, and second manager also is following. Okay, 10th September project has started. He has sent me this data. Okay, now coming to 11th of September. What is this data? On 11th of September, the manager 1, what he has done, he has sent me the data of previous days as well. He has sent me the data of 10 September as well and 11 September as well. Both the dates data he has given. But the second manager, he thought that okay, already I have sent the data of 10 September, so no need to send this data again. So he has sent me the data of 11 September only. Okay. Now next day, 12 September. Again, he has sent me the data. Okay, let me change some values. Again, he is sending the data of 10th and 11th again. Okay, but this particular manager, he thought that okay, already I have sent the data of 10th and 11th September, so let's send the data of 12th September. Okay. So he has sent me this data. Okay, so now which one is full load and which one is incremental load? I'm audible? Hello?
Scenario 1 full load.
This is your full load. Why? Because on a daily basis, you are sending the entire data, right? Full load is filling entire data. But in the second scenario, the second manager, he is smart enough, so he is sending only the incremental data or delta data. Is this clear or not? You want me to repeat? Please tell me. I'm happy to
Yes, sir.
repeat this. Clear, everyone? Because this is a very important concept, guys.
Yes.
Okay, okay, very good. Now let's try to see this practically. What is happening? I'm under the impression that this concept is clear to you. Okay, let me delete this one. Now and now I will show you that what will happen if you are going to load this data. Okay, so right now I have shown you. Set this. Just a minute. Okay. Right now I have shown you that this 220,150 was there, no? 220,150, yeah. This particular data right now I have shown you that this was loaded in this particular table. I hope this is clear. So guys, if it is not clear, ask me, because now this is going to be a little bit complicated, okay? Now, the things which I have told you theoretically, let's try to understand practically what will happen. And you have to tell me the negative or positive point of that. 11 September, okay? First of all, let's discuss about the full load. 11 September, suppose this is 190 and this is 30 and this is same. Okay, maybe cost is same. Okay, this is the new set of data I have received from the manager on 11th of September. Okay, now once I have received the data, what I will do after that? Nobody knows. After receiving data from source, what you will do?
You will download the entire file first.
No, already that will be downloaded. You have that mechanism. After receiving the file, you will do the file level validation, right? Like count of source file, header and trailer validation, count validation, naming validation, and all those things. Okay. If everything looks good, after that, what you will do?
Load the data.
You will load the data using running
data.
the jobs, or they are also known as data loaders. Okay. So let me close this file and run this job now. I'm running this job now. Okay. 2 rows affected because 2 rows was there. Now, if you want to see the data has been loaded or not, you have to run this particular query. Let me run the query. Now you can see data has been loaded or not. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Right.
Yes. What is the demerit here in this data? There is one demerit.
That
Okay.
there are
Okay.
duplicates in the data now.
Perfect. You can see this particular record is a duplicate record, right? This is a duplicate, no? I think you all will agree that this is a duplicate record. Okay. If we have loaded this duplicate record, so what is the problem with this? What is the problem?
So in the end, we will have wrong data. Yani for this date, 10th September, we have double the data which is actually there.
Perfect. Perfect. Very good. Very good. So finally, the final end result or the final fruit of any ETL project is to show these numbers on report, right? So if you want to show these numbers on report, so what will happen? On 10th of September, cost will be 400, but actually this is 200. Sales will be 40, but actually this is 20. Tax will be 300, but actually this is 150. So now tell me, you are showing correct number or incorrect number on reports? You are showing incorrect numbers because you have loaded duplicate data, correct? So this is one of the demerit of full load. Is it clear, guys, or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
clear. So this is the demerit of full load.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me show you one more example. Now suppose the next date is 12th of September.
First, we have to delete the existing data from table. After that, we do full load now.
First we have, I will come to that. Yeah. I will, when I will teach you that truncate and load, no, I will come to that, sure. But what you have told, that was absolutely right. I will come to that concept. Okay, now 12th of September. It is sales is 180. Assume, okay. Tax is like 40, and this is like 160. Okay. So again, we are working on full load mode. So we have all these records. Okay, again the manager will send me all these records. Okay, let me save it and run this again. So after I have received this data, I will do the basic file validation, and then I will try to extract this data. I will run this job. 3 rows affected. Okay, let's see. Now see, data has been loaded, right? Now again, what is the problem here? What is the problem? You can see duplicate records here, guys. 10 September, now you have 3
We
records.
have more duplicates now.
More duplicates. 11 September, you have again duplicate records. So finally, it means if you're working in full load and you are loading this data, so numbers on the report will be incorrect. Is this clear or not? Clear?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So you might be thinking that Tanvir, okay, so this full load is not of that much use, right? This is because I will not tell that much of use, but this is totally incorrect approach because you're loading duplicate data. Okay, this is the first scenario I have shown. Hope this was clear to you. Now the question is, you will get back to the source thing that okay, you are sending this full load data. So the problem is when we are loading the data, we are getting duplicates, and I think I have shown you here, and you all are convinced that we are getting duplicates, and these duplicates will add on a daily basis. And that if I will load this again, so 10 September data, you will see the 4 records there. Okay, so what you have done, you have approached your source team. You have narrated the entire story that Mr. ABC, we are loading because of this full load. No, we are getting duplicate records. Okay, then the source team will send you that we cannot do anything. We have this mechanism only because it is not like they are inserting data manually and they are sending it manually. All the things are automated. Okay, and they have some mechanism at their end. We will discuss that. Okay, there are some mechanisms. Sometimes it happens that the system from which they are fetching data, that will give you full day load data only, that will not give you incremental load data. And see, then you cannot pressurize the source team that okay, no, I don't know anything, I send me incremental data only, otherwise I will not work in this project, I will give resignation, or you cannot tell all those things. Okay, so you have to then think of some other process that okay, if the source is telling that we will send data in this full load format only, then I have to do something. Are you getting my point? I have to do something. Now tell me what you will do. Any idea?
Before loading again, we will delete the entire data and then load.
Correct. Very good, very good. So first of all, let me delete this entire data and let's discuss from scratch once again. Okay, I'm deleting this data and see if we have data in this data or not. Select to start from this. No record is present. Okay, now let's discuss this scenario again. Guys, I'm stopping here. So far, whatever I have taught, is this clear or do you want me to repeat the entire thing again? I'm ready for that. I don't have any concern. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want me to proceed or anyone who wants me to repeat?
If you can, Tanvir sir, can you just walk me quickly through the query that is there?
Okay, sure. You're talking about this query?
The load query, yes. What does first row mean? What does field terminator?
Okay.
And what does row terminator mean? That's it.
Sure. Okay, I will send you. Okay. See, I thought of explaining this later point of time, but it's fine.
Okay. If it is already planned to have an explanation later, then we'll do it later. No, not necessary.
No issues.
I actually thought I missed the explanation because I came 10 minutes late. That's why I was asking.
Okay, no problem. But let me introduce a high level introduction about this, because otherwise that will become a black box for everyone. I do understand. Let me give a high level, okay? Because many other things will come down the line, but let me introduce this, okay? So this piece of code, which one is highlighted, you can see what it is doing is I have mentioned bulk insert. Okay, insert means you are those who know SQL, it's fine. Okay, but those who doesn't know, so please concentrate on this. Whenever you're writing insert, it means you are trying to insert data Where you want to insert data? In a table. So this you can see stage.dbo.shoppers_mumba. Okay, so this is the table. This is the table. So why this long table name? A stage is the layer. You see, I have mentioned different layers: the stage, integration, and access, and we will be using these layers in our project. So for training purpose only, I have mentioned these 3 layers, and we will be using these layers. Okay. So stage is the first stage layer. DBO is the schema. What is a schema? We will discuss down the line. So don't get confused. The schema is like in a house we have many rooms, no, and then we have dining space, room, balcony, and all those things. So schema is like that maybe. So this is like a schema, and this shoppers_Mumbai is your exact table name. Okay. So we are trying to insert data into this particular table. This first line is clear. Guys, please reply, and then I will proceed to the next line. Is this clear, first line?
Yes, clear.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You all have replied. Then next is from. So you want to insert in this data in this table, but from where you want to insert? So I mentioned that from this particular location. I am telling to SQL engine that please go into this particular file location, E drive, ETL training folder, ETL Jan batch folder, source file shopper smarts folder. Please go to this particular location, and here you will find a file shoppers_daily.csv. I will show you this. See, this is the file location. Go to the D drive. This folder, and then in this particular folder you have the shoppers_daily.csv. This is .csv file. You can see it's mentioned a comma separated value. Okay, so I mentioned go to this particular location. You have this file. Pick this file. Okay, and this from this file load data into this particular table. Okay, and then after with I am mentioning first row is equal to 2. So it means the first row is a header row, or this is the column. You can see I'm telling this is the column. You have to mention, otherwise it will consider this as a data. Okay, so you have to mention this is the column. That is why I mentioned the first row is column. Field terminator is comma. It means all the data here is comma separated. All the data, this data are comma separated. That's why I have created this CSV file, comma separated file. Okay, sometime the data will be pipe separated. I'll show you. This is a pipe. Data will be like this separated. Okay, so you have to mention that in which format you are getting data. So that's why I mentioned data is comma separated here. Row terminator means /n. This is the default row terminator, whether you work in C, Python, anywhere. So row terminator means the first record and the second record, they are separated by this new line. So if this is one line, so if you are getting some new record, so if record is present in the second line, so assume this as a second record. Okay, so that's what you have to mention, that this
So
is
that /n simply means in a coding language to go to next line.
perfect. I think you have explained better than me. To go to the yeah, correct, to go to the next line. And this is same whether you work in C, Python, or any other language by default. Okay, but in Python if you're working, so if you want to tell that okay /n is not the default, then you have an end command. Using end command you can mention to go to the next line. Let me show you that as well. Just a minute, if I have Python page open. Hope you guys are not feeling bored. Let me show you. Yeah, see here in Python, if you want to mention to go to the next line, and if you don't have /n, then you can use this end command. Okay, end hyphen. So I'm telling if you want to go from one print statement to next print statement, please use this hyphen. So you can see in the output this hyphen. Okay, so this is the first record, and after hyphen this is the second record. But if you're not mentioning this part, so it means /n. By default, go to the next line. So this will be printed in the next line in that case.
Clear, absolutely
Like this.
clear. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I hope this will be clear. Okay, fine. Okay, now coming back to our use case. I forgot where I was, what I was telling. Okay. Now we have discussed with the source team that okay, this is the problem. We are getting duplicate records and all those things. But the source team has said that no, we cannot do anything. This is the format. We can send you data in this format only. Okay. Then what you will do? You cannot fight with the source team. You have to do something in your code, right? So that is what I was telling, and someone has mentioned as well that you can delete the data. Okay, so now let's start from the beginning again, because now source team has told that okay, we will send data in full load format only. Okay, and then now in the coding part we have to do something. Is it okay? Till now things are clear or not? Because now I will tell you that how we can solve this problem of full load, because we are getting duplicate records, and finally on the report you will be showing duplicate numbers, double numbers, and you'll be having a bad impression, because the business users will see double numbers, then they will shoot a mail to you that okay, what you guys are doing, you're not showing correct numbers. Till now the things are clear or not? I want Imran, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Imran, are you sure everything is clear so far? Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Okay. Why I asked Imran? Because he's a fresher, because he's having very good energy level. He is the only one so far in the group who is asking questions. He used to ping me on WhatsApp. He has shared very good scenarios. I will discuss all these things. Okay, perfect. Apart from Imran, anyone who wants me to repeat before proceeding, I want that this concept should be clear in your mind. Final call. Anyone who wants me to repeat?
No, sir.
No. Perfect. Okay. Then I'm proceeding. Now we have the problem statement that the source team is adamant, and they are telling that now we will send data in full load only. And we have observed that we are getting duplicate record because of this full load. So what to do next? See, let's start again from the beginning to understand the solution, what we're going to do. So this is the data, 10 September data. This particular record is there. Okay. Let me save this and let me close this. Now I am running this load. One row affected. Okay, so now let me run this. What is the use of this query which I am running, or which is highlighted on your screen? What this will do?
Simply to see the contents of this table.
Perfect. So whenever you're writing select a star from, it will show you the content of this particular table. I'm executing this. Okay. Then I have written this order by as well. Okay, so this is very simple. This means you are sorting. If I mention order by date order, so I'm telling that sort the output in date order in ascending order. Okay, that's the purpose. If you don't like this, I will remove this, because I'm not sure how many of you have expertise in SQL. Okay, so fine. This is the one. Everything was perfect. Now, next day, 11th of September. 11th of September, the source team is adamant and he is telling, I will send you full load data only. Okay. Then again on 11th September, he has sent me this data with the values little bit modified. Let me modify this. Okay. Okay. Now he has sent me this record. Though I will do the file validation. If everything looks good, I will run the job, right, to load the data. Now, the story starts here. The movie starts here. If I will run this, what will happen?
Then this record that we're seeing right now will be showing twice.
Okay, so it will be there. So you'll be having duplicate records. I think this is clear to everyone. 10 September data will be duplicate because already we have one 10 September data, and from this particular file, from this file again you have 10 September data. So you'll be having 10 September data duplicate. I hope this is clear. Now, to solve this problem, what I will do, before running this, I will delete this data. Right now, if I will delete this data, then the final data of only this file will be loaded in our table. So that is what approach you have to apply. So always whenever you're running the job, make sure that before running this, the previous data which is present in this table must be deleted. Okay, must be deleted. So what I will do, first of all, I will delete the data which is present in this particular table. Okay, so this is the command, delete from the table name. Okay, if you want to delete data, you write delete from this particular table. Now you can see data is deleted. I will show you. Data, there is no data, correct? So now shall I run this job? Oh, okay, file is open. Always close the file before running the job. Now let me run this again. 2 rows affected. Now I will show you the data. Now tell me, is it fine or not? Is this approach okay or not? Hello? Is
Yes,
it
this
okay?
is the better approach. Yes.
Better approach. Now you don't have duplicate records. Okay. Now, perfect.
Yes.
Now, next day, we have talked about 11th September. Now, let's discuss about 12th September. $180 and the maximum value is 120. This is again full load data. Okay. Then again, you have to load this data. First of all, close this file. Now, before loading this data, what I have to do? Shall I run this or do I need to do something?
Delete the data.
First of all, delete the data. So I will delete the data first of all. Okay, it's saying that 2 rows affected means 2 rows has been deleted, but it is better to cross check. Okay, so let me cross check this. There is no data. Fine. Shall I run the job now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 3 rows affected. Okay, means 3 rows has been inserted. Let's verify. 3 rows are there. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Everyone? Was
Yes.
not clear to everyone. Okay. Now 13th September. I will do a twist here. You got a new set of records. Now, before running this, what I have to do? Delete the data.
Delete.
Existing data.
Yes.
Now, my question is, shall I run this entire code in a single, entire code in a one go? See, if I will run this code, what will happen? First of all, which one will be executed? Which is the first line?
The delete line.
Delete. So when I will run this entire piece of code, first of all, it will delete the data from this table. And that is what you all are expecting, right? That first of all, data must be deleted. So first of all, it will delete the data and then it will start inserting it. So now we have reduced one step. Earlier, what we were doing, first of all, we were deleting the data and then we were running this. So better run this entire code in a one go. Okay, I'm running this. Why it is mentioning 3 rows affected, then 4 rows affected? Because
3 rows affected is the result of delete, and then 4 rows affected is the result of insert.
Perfect, very good. Because first of all, delete this command was executed, and because of this, 3 rows were deleted. That is why it is mentioning 3 rows affected. Okay, and then it is inserting data. Now you have 4 records that were telling that 4 rows affected or inserted. Now let me show you, verify that 4 rows are inserted or not. 4 rows are inserted. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is clear to everyone. Okay, anyone who wants me to repeat this? No one. Okay, so guys, this is known as full load data. Okay, and to handle this, what you have to do, you have to first of all delete and then you have to load data again, and this approach is known as truncate load. Truncate load. Okay, truncate means delete. So first of all, you are deleting. I will tell you what's the difference between delete, truncate, and drop, and all these things. But actually, this is the topic of SQL batch. But here we will discuss that as well. Okay. So first, this approach is known as truncate load. Why? Because first of all, you are truncating the data. Truncating means deleting the data. Then you are loading the data. That is why this is known as truncate load. Okay. So if you're getting this question that, okay, explain what is truncate load. So, so I hope you all guys can explain this truncate load and why we need truncate load. Why we are truncating the data. Who will answer this? No one knows this. Why we are truncating the data?
We are truncating the data.
Yes,
Yes, please go ahead. I think someone will answer.
Truncate means we are deleting whole data from the table.
Yeah.
Like
Truncating
delete.
means, yeah.
Delete means specific row we are deleting, and drop means we are deleting all the table from the database.
Yeah, correct. So here we are truncating the entire data from table, because if you are not truncating or if you are not deleting, so what will happen? We will be having duplicate records, right? So don't go in that what is truncate, delete and drop. I'm not discussing that as of now. Okay. So just try to understand that here truncate means delete. Okay, don't get confused, guys. Truncate means delete. So in this full load approach, what we are doing, we are working on truncate load method. It means first of all, we are deleting the data and then we are loading the data. But my question is, if we are not deleting the data and directly we are loading the data, then what will happen? What are the negative consequences? You will have duplicate records, right? You will have duplicate records, and finally on the report you will show duplicate numbers. Okay, hope this is clear. Full load, truncate load. Okay, now let's move to the incremental load. Let me delete all those things and let's see the example of incremental load as well. I'm deleting data from this table because we are not now seeing the incremental load. What is that all about? I will show you that there is no data in this table now. No records, right? So now let's try to understand that incremental load approach. I think that will be easy. You can understand it very easy. So this is the data on 10th of September. Okay, let me close this file. Now I've executed this. Let me show you. 10th September data is present, right? Now 11th September. We are working on which mode now? Full load or incremental load? This is which load example?
Incremental load.
Incremental load, or this is also known as delta load. Okay, so now this is delta load. On 11th September, the source team has sent me the data of 11th September only, because we have agreed that they will be sending me incremental data. Okay, so now tell me, shall I delete first? Shall I delete this data and then load?
I think not in this scenario.
Yeah, there's no need to delete. If I will delete this, what will happen? This record will be deleted, right? And after, if you will load the data, you will be having data of 11th September only, and you will lose the data of 10th September. That is why no need to delete. Directly run this load only. Okay. One row affected. Let's verify data is there or not. Now you can see you have data of 10th September and 11th September both. Okay, is this clear? So in incremental load, there is no need to delete the record, directly insert the record. Hope this is clear.
Yes, sir, clear.
Any question, anyone? Okay, if you don't have any question, I hope this full load, incremental load and truncate load, I think this is clear. This is very important concepts of ETL project. Okay. Then moving to the next one, delete archive file validation. Delete or archive file validation. The spelling of this is incorrect. Okay, first of all, shall I proceed with this or not? Or do you have any confusion? Anyone? Shall I proceed with this new topic? Delete the archive file validation. What is this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, perfect. See guys, I'm trying to show all these things with practical examples because that will make more sense. But if you have any question, if any new scenarios coming, please ask. Okay, don't just stick that, okay, if Tanvir is still teaching this, this is more than enough. No, if any other scenarios coming to your mind, please ask me. Okay, now what is delete or archive file validation? I'm telling, let's try to understand. Okay, suppose now this is 10 September data. Okay, same data, 10 September. I'm not changing the file because if you're understanding all the concepts, all the scenarios from a single file, you can correlate. That's the purpose. Okay, but if you want to change the format of this, please tell me. I'm ready to change. Okay, let me close this file. And first of all, delete data in this. Let me confirm data has been deleted or not. Yeah, data has been deleted. Let me insert the data. Data has been inserted. Let me verify the data has been inserted or not. Data has been inserted successfully. Okay. Okay, before proceeding, it's almost 8. Anyone who wants to drop, if you have any urgent commitment and you want to leave at exact 8, or if you can stretch by 5 minutes, please tell me frankly, otherwise I will continue this session tomorrow. Okay, better take it tomorrow because this will take time and few of you have to leave at 8 exact. Okay, so I think that's all guys. So we will discuss this delete and this is secure data validation tomorrow. And okay, so this is almost done. Oh, sorry, not tomorrow, that is on Monday. Okay, now next class will be on Monday. Then we'll see what is this control M, how you are processing the jobs, how you're running the jobs. And then we will start looking into the basic validations, what you have to do when you have loaded the data into the stage. After that, what are validations you should do. Okay, so any question, final call. Okay, if no questions, fine. Thank you, take care and be regular in the classes. Okay, those who have missed the last 2 classes, please go through the recordings, and if you have any question, please ping me, connect with me. Okay, thank you, take care, bye.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, bye.